Good morning, everybody. Oops. That's better. So, feeling way better this morning than I did last night. I did make a stream very late yesterday, and that was to apologize for not having made a video at all yesterday, because I had intended to do one after supper, but was graciously invited onto the Discordant Dragons live stream, and forgot basically that that runs till pretty much 10 o'clock my time, and yeah, 10 o'clock at night is just too damn late to be running power tools in a residential neighborhood. Gary? No, I'm just kidding, there is no Gary, but I wouldn't want to be Gary either. So on the way out to the shed this morning, it occurred to me that YouTube, in their ever-continuing wisdom, and yeah, I have no fear of criticizing YouTube at this point, because, well, either nobody's listening, or they are listening and they want me to keep talking. Because YouTube obviously does not understand how the Streisand effect works. I've got a little bit of lint or something there. Yeah. Okay. For those of you who don't know the Streisand effect, let me go and get myself a background around that real fast so I explain it more clearly. Okay. So the Streisand effect refers to the unintended consequence of further publicizing information by trying to have it censored. Instead of successfully removing the information from the public eye, it becomes even more widely available than before as a backlash against the censorship attempt. Now, so it's similar what YouTube is doing. They're creating more Sargon of Akkads and Count Danculas. Well, okay, the Scottish police created Count Dankula, let's be honest. But I've got a real tickle in my throat this morning too, so I do apologize for that. Okay. The table I put my cup down on is tipping a little, and it's right against the microphone stand, so I was worried, or the camera stand rather. I was worried that the camera would be jiggled. And I still need to jiggle it anyway because it needs to go just a little more that way. Okay, no, that's not going to work because the mic moved further from my mouth. Morning troubles. Anyway, what appears to be happening on YouTube, and quite a few of us have noticed it, is that there's a correlation of the political schedule in the U.S. with the pinching of various creators. And in the case of some of us, this appears to be the case, especially those of us who talk politics exclusively. I don't, so who knows. And I also haven't really identified myself as a political commentator, because I'm not. I do some political commentary, but that's not quite the same thing. But in the case of people like Nick Rekieta, or Sargon of Akkad, or Count Dankula, these being the most significant ones in my experience, what happens when you cancel these people is you make them more famous, because people want to know, well, why'd they get canceled? And, you know, the old adage that no publicity is bad publicity. Yeah, that's true, but, yeah, I wouldn't want to be known for doing something absolutely terrible. But YouTube, in attempting to suppress certain people, Steven Crowder is a great example, has really just made them more prominent. So I don't understand if YouTube is aware of this because, well, Steven Crowder, Sargon of Akkad, they've both, Styx, Hex, and Hammer, they've all left YouTube or are trying to leave YouTube. Myself, I would rather be making videos on a different platform because being on YouTube is stressful as hell. Yeah, it's where the biggest audience is, but it's also where the biggest source of stress is because we don't know what we're going to say from one day to the next, what name we might name. For example, one that starts with K and sounds like awful. What word we might say, a word that starts with G and sounds like rumor. We don't know when any of that will trip us up, or when, for example, in my case, and it's very minor, where playing part of a video, which is just funny, is going to result in a copyright claim. Which I don't think it should have. But, you can't exactly fight them either because I was copyright claimed for a song that was a parody of a Village People song. But in the copyright claim, YouTube tells me that I'm being copyright claimed for using a Village People song, which isn't right. Yeah, and there's no mechanism to say, hey YouTube, you done fucked up here, except to go to Twitter to contact them. I'm banned on Twitter, and I hate Twitter's platform. Why would I go there? Now, a lot of people might think, well, that's just another means to silence conservatives, or what have you. No, not necessarily. I think that YouTube fell into the Twitter trap just as bad as the politicians have. It's popular. But there's not actually that many people on fucking Twitter. Not real people. And this is where I might say something that'll get me yeeted from YouTube, but I doubt it. I'm fairly certain Twitter is... Well, just from my brief experiences on Twitter, I think... Well, I'm absolutely sure Elon Musk is right. I'm sure the 5 or 10% number that Twitter gave him for bot accounts is way low. And the really funny thing is, YouTube has a lot of bot accounts. I mean, everybody's seen these spam porno bot things pop up in... I've had them in every single stream I've been a part of, at least once. Now, maybe the problem's me. I doubt it. I know it's not me, because even things that I'm just in the chat of have had them. But by attempting to kind of play both sides, to be both publisher and platform, and God bless the Fifth Circuit in the US, they basically pointed out, yeah, we know you're full of crap, and yeah. And that's a developing story, so there's not really a lot I'll say about a developing story. Okay, let me get the shilling out of the way as well. So please like, share, subscribe, comment. There is a donation link. I hope it works, and I would appreciate anyone who uses it. What else have I got going on? Let's see. Today I'm going to do a stream later. It'll have to be before supper time because there's something else I want to do after supper. So sometime this afternoon I will do another live stream. I will do the woodwork I was planning to do yesterday. That's basically just finishing off the bookends. I've vacillated back and forth a fair bit about whether or not I'm going to turn those horns into bookends. It's just as well to carry through and have it done. On Thursday, I have the Shades of Dominion. On Saturday, I have the Sultans of Shadilay. On Sunday, I have my own podcast. Also on Saturday, immediately after Sultans, there's the weekly White Pills with Based Ape and Discordia. What else? On the 9th of October, I've been invited onto Christopher Everard's stream to talk about woodworking. He prefers to avoid political discussions, so I think what I will talk about there will be more the the impact of woodwork, some of the history of it. But it's basically going to be a bit of a rambling conversation, I'm certain. I'm thinking he's probably got quite a few good questions for me. But, yeah. What else? What else do I have going on today? Not a hell of a lot. Okay, so we'll call that the end of the... Just 1 second. So yeah, we'll call that the end of the shilling section. Oh, it's actually beginning to be cold enough out here I can see my breath. That's nice. Yeah, welcome to mid-September in Newfoundland. Actually, late September in Newfoundland. In fact, today is the 21st, is it not? 20th. Okay, so it is the last day of summer. And, yeah, it's definitely the last day of summer. But, oh, good. Yeah, talking about YouTube and the Streisand effect. Or just the Streisand effect in general. When you try to suppress something, you make people curious about it. It's exemplified in a great quotation from the show Firefly, or rather the movie Serenity. You can't stop the signal. You can ban a book, but you can't erase its existence. You can burn a book, but you can't destroy the memory of someone who's read it. Well, unless you shoot the person. It's a bit much to shoot somebody for having read a book. And I do realize I'm speaking a little low again today. That whole throat thing is still kicking my ass. But yeah, sorry, just to come back to the Streisand effect. The more you try to suppress something, the more likely you are to make people go, why are you trying to suppress it? And to be fair, some of the examples I gave are not necessarily completely YouTube's fault. But every time someone gets banned or canceled or suppressed, there's an entire section of people who go, wait, what, was that right? And when some of us discover that, quite a lot of us like to go, no, that was wrong. And we're going to make them famous. I'm having a bit of trouble keeping my focus today, more than usual, which I do apologize for. But if you're going to go out of your way to try to keep people from hearing a certain piece of information, all you're really going to do is encourage those people to go, well, wait, why do you want to suppress this? What don't you want us to hear? It's ironically, it's the same mechanism that makes flat Earth theory kind of not popular so much, but gives it a certain degree of endurance. Flat Earth stuff is obviously idiotic, and most of us, how to put it, most of us will treat it as the ignorant, uneducated claptrap that it deserves. But the fact that a lot of people are dismissive of it makes some people go, well, wait, why are you being dismissive? Maybe there's something here. Maybe it's something in human nature that just makes us go, don't look, don't look. When someone goes, don't look at this, don't look at this, everyone goes, what? Oh, wow, kind of thing. And I've realized that I'm blowing the chroma out at night in here because of the lights. But, I mean, I'm going to use the word grift, and I don't mean it as denigration. It's definitely not meant to be, how to put it, I'm not being critical. I'm actually a little admiring of this. But Jeremy from the Quartering, over and over, has put my channel is under attack or whatever, and I've even used it once in one of my titles. I think I put something like my Twitter account is under attack or something, and I mean I used it as tongue-in-cheek, kind of clickbaity sort of thing, but I respect the grift. Or I guess I should say I respect the hustle in this case. But it is definitely something that makes you go, wait, what? And want to know what it's all about. So in that sense, yes, it is clickbait. And I had one of my friends try to, or actually she did explain to me the difference, that clickbait is not necessarily always a negative term. And God's having such a bad day with this. It's already almost 20 minutes anyway, so. But, yeah, there's definitely something in the human condition, in human nature, that when someone doesn't want us to look at something, we automatically want to. And it's something you have, or when someone doesn't want us to do something, we automatically want to do it more. You know, the first time I was told, don't look at a welding arc, I was tempted to look until someone pointed out to me the physical sensation related to having seen a welding arc. If it feels like you have sand inside your eyelids, yeah, I'm going to want to avoid that sensation. And it was quite a few years later that I accidentally happened to catch an arc from an arc welder. Yeah, that is no fun at all. And it was, for me, it was the very briefest exposure. And I spent most of the next day with the left side of my left eye feeling like sandpaper was going back and forth over it every time I blinked. Not a lot of fun. Excuse me. So I'm going to end it there. As I said, come back sometime this afternoon. Let me check the time here. I think it's about 9 o'clock. 10 after 9. So we'll say about 5 hours from now, so that'll be about 2:30 Newfoundland time. I'll come out and I'll start. Well, this will probably take a little longer than that to upload. So about 2:45, 3 o'clock Newfoundland time, I'll do my live stream for the afternoon. So hopefully you're all having a good day. Hopefully you continue to have good days, and rise again until lambs become lions. Bye-bye.